out of the box, what people are buying is a server. So the ability to have that interconnectivity to back-end systems and to the device. It's App Studio, which is the product that allows you to configure the application that you're creating, and the client collection, which is the piece that runs on the actual device. So the part that makes it native.
And you have integration capabilities with what kinds of back-end systems?
Yes, all kinds of back-end systems. So what we've done is we've created a layer, our plug-in layer, that's extricated from our platform that allows our customers or our service providers to configure a connection to any back-end system using standard languages, for instance, Lua or Python, to be able to connect into back-end systems through the way that you already connect to back-end systems. So if you want to connect to SAP via the BAPI, or you want to connect to Oracle via web services, or you want to go right around the interface into the back-end system using a SQL call, that's all available to you to get at that information, to get the interactivity between that data, both read and write, and store on the device in the case of syncing.
So you have the mobile middleware with a server, you have back-end integration. What do you do about security?
So we secure in multiple levels. It's sort of table stakes in the mobile space, but you need to be able to have the security between the back-end systems and our server, which we handle. Then the security and authentication methods that the company provides, so we can connect to your LDAP system or what have you. Then security and encryption in transit from the server to the device, and the authentication model on the device. So the ability to authenticate into the application, multiple stages of authentication, and the ability to wipe that application in the event that the device is lost.
Okay, so is there a requirement, or do most of your customers use a third-party security?
There's no requirement to, but customers that need to comply to regulations like HIPAA, for instance, can use third-party products. So we're partnered very closely with Good Technologies around Good Dynamics. There's literally a button that you can click within our platform tool that allows you to deploy your app inside the Good Dynamics container, and in that case you do get the full benefit of their security infrastructure to be able to comply with things like HIPAA regulations.
Okay, so Chris, what is the difference, or what are the different requirements between supporting a B2E from a B2C environment?
Well, I mean, it's several things. It's the type of application you build, it's the interface that you create, and it's the type of data that you're transmitting. So B2E tends to be a heavier data application, and you also have the benefit of managing your users so you can spend less time on your interface. We don't suggest that, but that's what some customers do. B2C takes into account a much wider range of functionality and most likely a lesser amount of back-end data. So the focus for B2C becomes making a beautiful and engaging application that's sticky and reusable. But again, the big thing is the ability to iterate, because an application rolls out, its highest usage is right at the beginning of the time that it's downloaded and right at the beginning of its launch, and then it tends to go down from there. And the ability to be reactive to user feedback, to be reactive to the comments that you see in the App Store is huge in creating a long-term successful application. And that's where our platform provides that reactivity to be able to say, I want to make a change, I've made that change, I press save, next time users log into that application, that change is available to them.
So the last question, let's focus on what I refer to as rapid application development. You talk about your unique value is working with companies that have a whole list of apps they want to create, and they want to own that process so they can continue to iterate and improve and maintain in the future. So tell me about your rapid application development environment. What do you call it?
It's App Studio.
App Studio. What's it allow you to do?
It's a completely drag and drop environment. There's no coding required. So in some cases, you'll see a code generation solution where I create a piece of a puzzle and then I custom code around that to have it run on each individual application. That's fine, except when you need to go back and make changes to that application, you're making that change in the tool and that puzzle piece comes out and it doesn't fit the rest of the app anymore. So now you need to custom code all the way around it. What we've done is we've created this configuration world where in App Studio you configure the app, completely drag and drop. And as you make changes to the application, those changes are done within that configuration, and that whole config rolls out to the app and runs the app. So there's never a need to compile, read, deploy, anything. So in App Studio, I literally just pull things in, create the app, pull my data in. On the sidebar, there's all the configuration items for security and functionality, and I just click right down the list, and that becomes my application. When I want to change something, and you'll see this in a demo that you're going to see next, when I want to change something, I just literally click what I want to change, bring in the new content, press save, and that change deploys to the device in real time. So there's the ability to, if something's a list and I want to change that list to a heat map, for instance, I don't need to redeploy that application out to my users. The next time they open the app, instead of seeing the list, they see the heat map.
Very good. Chris, I want to thank you for sharing with us and the audience today and filling us in.
Very good.